Hello everybody from Citi Field in New York. Zack Hample with you here, and there's something extra special in the works today. Mike Piazza, Mets Hall of Famer, is doing a Q&A with some fans in the Citi Field Auditorium, which is a place that I've never even been to. And this event is only open to season ticket holders, but I'm being invited as a +1 of a friend who does have season tickets. So it's very exclusive. I can't wait to check it out. And also the Angels are here, which means that Mr. Shohei Ohtani is here. So any moment I'm gonna be entering through the Hodges VIP gate. I have no idea what to expect. And then after this event, my videographer is showing up. So it may be tough for me to catch baseballs, missing all the pregame activity on the field, but I just can't pass up this opportunity. So let's get to it. All right, thank you. And look at this guy, Benny Bang Bang. He's here with his Team Italy jersey.
That's one for you.
That's for me?
That's for you.
All right,
Probably
then.
Big.
Let's do this. Hello.
It's gonna be to the left auditorium.
Thank you. Well, aren't we fancy? Okay, this is really cool, and it's just crazy how many amenities the newer stadiums have. So yeah, you can see what this auditorium looks like. My man, thank you. And the man, that man should be out here any moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to your New York Mets public address announcer, Colin Cosetta.
Hello, Mets fans. How are we all doing out there? Awesome. Let's get down to business, shall we? Since I never got to announce him up to bat as a PA announcer, we just missed each other. I'm going to do it right now. So please give it up for the catcher, number 31, Mike Piazza. You came in as a first baseman.
It wasn't really like a true first baseman. I played a little third. So I went to junior college and went to Miami-Dade, and then eventually, I had a pretty good year. And the Dodgers were scouting me, and I went out for a tryout. So about a week before school, and they lost my rights, I said, look, come out to LA and take some BP. And I always hit the ball well in BP, and they were like, man, you know, this guy can really swing the bat. And so Tommy said to the scouting director, Ben Wade, he said, well, if he was a shortstop hitting like that, would you sign him? He goes, absolutely. He says, well, if he was a catcher hitting like that, would you sign him? And Ben said, absolutely. He said, well, then he's the catcher. Which was news to me, by the way.
You drew a walk.
Yeah.
Your first major league at bat. You remember that at bat?
Man, this guy, he must be really afraid of me, because I don't know why I walked me my first hit. And then, so my next at bat in the game, I said, okay, now I'm going to ambush the guy, because I know he's going to throw it right down the middle. And I got my first big league hit, which was double. And believe it or not, I could have kept going, because I think the ball was kind of getting lost out there, and I was running. I was like, can you imagine if my first big league hit would have been a triple? I should have just gone for it. It got thrown out, but no, I decided to do the right thing. I didn't want Tommy to sort of bite my head off when I got back there. Like a triple, what's wrong with you? You know.
We've been asked about this a million times, I'm sure in different variations, but the first game back post 9/11, the home run.
As I've said before, I was just trying to get through the night emotionally. It was one of those things. I mean, I mean, the fact that I even caught strike one, it was very difficult, and I think that was supposed to be another low and away fastball that got a little bit too much of the plate, and it was down, and I just got the barrel and smoked it good. So, look, it's just one of those moments, man, that you're blessed to be the right place at the right time, feel the love and the support, and yeah, I mean, don't know what to say, except, you know, thanks God for that.
excellent interview, and you are fabulous. We enjoyed watching you play.
Thank you so much for being here. This is a magnificent experience.
Hi. Hello. I'm sorry, my eyesight's
I
going.
have two questions.
Please.
One, how do I become the manager for one day? That's top of my bucket list.
Hey, you can manage Italy next time if you want. I'll bring you out for that. I didn't do anything, to be honest with you.
So I noticed you're drinking wine from Tom Seeger's vineyard.
It's really good, by the way.
And in 2008, you and him basically closed the Lions off at Shea. And at that time, were you ever wondering, you know, I'm going to be there someday with Tom in the hall? What was that like? And then you made it.
Yeah, it was amazing. Look, I mean, going in the Hall of Fame, the funniest thing was afterwards, Reggie Jackson say to me, "You talked the whole damn day." In the meeting after, which was the coolest thing, because after the hall you go back after the ceremony, and you just sit there with the guys and you have a cigar. And I remember sitting on the Otis Saga with Johnny Bench, having in the rocking chair. He's like, "Sit down, kid, have a cigar." And he's like, "Look out over the lane. You're a Hall of Famer."
Well, thank you so much, Mike. And of course, you don't think that you're in the Hall of Fame by accident. 12-time All-Star, 10-time Silver Slugger, Rookie of the Year, and New York Mets Hall of Famer, Mike Piazza.
Hey, how you doing? Good. Yeah, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
Appreciate the marriage advice as always.
Yeah, right? I saw the ink, right? Is that the real?
What? Oh, yeah,
the ink.
yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. It's a lot. I know.
Yeah, good seeing you. Yeah. Tell her I said hi.
I will.
I'll see you guys soon.
Mike, I was with you at Bucky Dent's baseball school in like '94.
Oh, cool.
So good to see you again after all this time. Yeah.
Right.
That was absolutely amazing, getting up close and personal with a Hall of Famer. And man, thank you so much again for making this happen. I love you, baby. And that's so cool that you had a moment with him. Piazza knows who this man is.
He asked about Jen's tattoo, my wife's tattoo that he sees on her Instagram, where he follows
Because
her.
he follows your wife. Well, I've gotten some baseballs thrown from Piazza.
There you go. I wish you'd have had one to get signed.
And yeah, I was at Bucky Dent's baseball school with him. He made a guest appearance, and that goes back nearly 30 years. So anyway, that took a long time. That was well over an hour. It's now about 6:50 p.m.
Yeah.
You're not even staying for the game.
I gotta go.
You gotta go because you have
I'm here
plans
for this,
with your wife.
Yeah.
And so you can see in the background, fans are entering through the Jackie Robinson Rotunda. So I am going to hustle out to the seats. Maybe, just maybe, find a way to get a baseball today. But if I end up getting shut out, it's worth it. I mean,
You don't get experiences like that every
no,
day.
you don't. Well said.
Yeah.
So again, thank you. I'll catch up
welcome.
with you soon.
Sounds
and
good.
here we go, out to the seats. It's
Yeah.
time to play ball.
Yeah.
Catherine Benign, member of the Board of Trustees, Japanese American National Museum. Any of his last 10 starts, that includes his last start.
So yeah, they walked Ohtani, which sucks because I am not here to see the man get a base on balls. I'm here to see him hit a 460-foot home run into my glove. And I'm on the Shea Bridge right now, and I think if he were to hit one right to this spot, that's about the distance that it would be. So you know, it's just so crowded. It's a Friday night. Obviously, the Angels are a popular team. So I'm just looking for any space where I can go to maybe have a chance of getting an Ohtani home run. So I might go over to left field in a bit. My actual seat is in that section, which is so crowded. But if I can find a little room there, maybe I'll chill there for a bit. So bottom of the first right now, no score yet. Shout out to my boy Logan Ohtani back in action and getting a base hit. You can kind of see it through those fans right there. And just speaking to the fans, lots of friendly people again tonight as usual. And so bottom of the second right now, Pete Alonso is at the dish, no score. And look who that is. That is Aiden Fink, the one and only. So let's see what old Pete can do right here. The Mets are being extra Mets tonight. We are through 2 innings and they do not have a hit. And you can see where I am right now on this, fancy little party deck area in deep right center field. Again, you can see what it looks like out here. I left my videographer over in the left field seats, so she's gonna film Ohtani, who's at the dish right now. I wish the Mets would actually give him something to hit. Yeah, well, the Mets are probably wishing they did not give him anything good to hit. 115.4 miles an hour on the exit velo, and the Angels ended up scoring 2 runs after that. Lindor's coming up, and I am heading back to left field right now. You're welcome, Mets fans. I jinxed the no-hitter for you. I said the team didn't have any hits, and then look what happened. Francisco Lindor went yard. And so we're in the top of the 4th right now. Angels are up 2-1. And Mickey Moniak is at bat, a lefty. There is no chance that he's going oppo, which is why I'm taking a moment to chat with you guys. But even if a righty comes up and hits one out this way, you can just see how crowded it is. I mean, there's almost no room to work with tonight. But it is a beautiful night, and I'm so happy to be here.
It's so funny. I just saw.
This game has reached the 7th inning and the score is locked at 2-1. And as you can see, well, I'm out here on the Shea Bridge because there are 2 outs and Shohei is on deck. So just kind of waiting here for right now to see what happens. You see these kids that I'm chatting with here? Well, they asked if I could help them get a baseball, and when Sam Coonrod entered the game at the start of the 9th inning, the bullpen catchers hooked it up. Dave Racaniello tossed up a ball, but it bounced back into the Angels bullpen, and then Jason Brown grabbed it and ran off, but I knew that he was just trolling us because, I mean, really, what else could he be doing? And sure enough, he came back out and tossed it up, and it's hard to see, but I caught it right behind the kids and then handed it over to them. And I'll talk more about that in just a bit. But first, I gotta tell you what really pissed me off soon after. The Angels scored an insurance run, and when Shohei came up to bat one last time, the stupid Mets intentionally walked him. Yeah, actually, that's a smart move on their part, but obviously not what I wanted to see. But anyway, Angels closer Carlos Estevez entered the game in the bottom of the 9th, and to the Mets' credit, they brought the tying run to the plate, but the game ended in a familiar way, and that would be on a Daniel Vogelbach strikeout. The last time I did a video here, exactly 2 weeks ago against the Braves, Vogie went down on strikes then as well to close things out. And one thing I neglected to mention earlier was that Shohei was facing his fellow countryman, Kodai Senga, who did pitch very well tonight. He only gave up 2 runs and he struck out 10 batters in 6 2/3 innings, but ultimately suffered the loss. And this all happened on Japanese Heritage Night at Citi Field. How's that for a coincidence? The Angels ended up winning this game by the score of 3-1. And as for me, well, I'm back outside the stadium to wrap this thing up where it all began many hours earlier, outside the Hodges Gate. This place really is beautiful. And so that one baseball that I snagged, like I said, I just have a little more to say about that. I had my hand, I think, up and out of the camera frame, so you couldn't really see it, but it might have bounced off that back wall and ricocheted down into the bullpen a second time. I didn't want that to happen, so yeah, I made the catch, gave it to the kids, and that does count in my lifetime total. Kind of a cheap way to get on the board, but I'll take it. If not for that, would have been shut out tonight. So that one baseball does count for the lifetime total, which is now 12,279. And that's pretty much it. Gotta give a huge thanks to my friend Ben for inviting me to that Mike Piazza event. That just feels like so long ago, but man, that was a cool experience. And so I'm out. I'm gonna go to the 7 train, ride it back home to Manhattan, and the only thing left to say at this point is, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.